Hello guys, welcome from the kayak. I thought I'd come live to you outside today in nature. I'm just kind of like floating around, letting the wind take me wherever it might. And today I'm popping on to talk about how to declutter the mind before bed and help yourself reduce stress and anxiety so that you can sleep better. And I'm starting a series where I'm going to talk about different ways that you can learn how to sleep better, create like habits to help you sleep better. I'm just distracted because there's a daddy long leg in my kayak, so it's definitely against the rules. I don't share my kayak with any bugs. Okay. He went into a hole. All right, so one of the things that I teach a lot of my clients, and I have to say a lot of people do have trouble sleeping, and a lot of it's because of the busyness in their mind. So one of my most favorite tools and easiest tools to use, which works fabulous before bed, is a mind dump, okay? And what this consists of is really just having a notebook next to your bed, and before bed doing a few things to kind of like empty your head and kind of make yourself feel better, reduce a little bit of stress, reduce the anxiety, and almost to kind of like slow down your brain. This also gets you like back into your body. You're like really focusing on the task at hand. So you take your journal, you go through your normal bedtime routine of whatever it is you do. And if you don't have a routine, we're going to be talking about more of that in the coming weeks so that you can set up a really cool bedtime routine to help you sleep better, because there's so many different things that you could do. And so you take the notebook, and what you're going to do is you're going to write down everything that's going through your head, like everything that bothered you that day, everything, like the person that cut you off in traffic, everything you think you need to do, everything that you didn't get done, something you're frustrated about, and you're just going to write it down in a way where it doesn't, like, nobody's going to have to read it, so it doesn't have to be legible, it doesn't have to be grammatically correct. You could just kind of like scribble it down. It's kind of like just kind of like going off and just releasing it all, putting it down on paper. So you're going to do that until you put down everything you could possibly think of. And then you can even write down some good things that you did that day, just as a, just taking notes kind of a thing. And then after that, you're going to create a little list. And, the wind's blowing me really hard. You're going to make a little list of all the things that you think you have to do the next day. And what this does is it kind of gets it out of your brain so you're not thinking about it. Because a lot of times when you lay down at night, it's quiet, you start thinking, you go into like a thinking loop, and you're like, oh, I got to do this tomorrow, I got to do that, oh, I forgot to do that. And so like making a list kind of like removes it from your head and like places it in a place where you could look at it at a later time, and it's in safekeeping. Like you're not going to forget to do anything, because a lot of the reason you keep this kind of stuff looping around in your head is because you're afraid you're gonna forget to do it. And so write down all your to-dos. It doesn't necessarily have to be a list that you're going to use the next day, but it is something that you could look back on if you feel like you've forgotten something and got the heebie-jeebies because there's so many daddy long legs. So it's a place that you could look back on it. And then you're going to keep this journal next to the bed just in case you do wake up at night and you want to write something else down. You need to release something else. So this is about a release, like getting these things out of your brain to stop it looping. Let me just adjust myself, so I'm going to hit the shore. Okay. Hold on. Go away. What is that? Ah, God. There's bugs everywhere. Okay, I'm going to hit the shore. I'll be fine, though. I'll just use my oar. And then the other thing that you could do, so if you're not a journaler, if you absolutely hate journaling, if you absolutely hate journaling, you can just kind of do it in a rant, which might sound absolutely crazy, but it works just as well, except for the to-do list. So you could just kind of go on and talk to yourself in your head. And like I said, it sounds like you're crazy, but it is a really good way to release these things. And if you live by yourself, nobody's going to know that you sound crazy. And if you live with someone else, you could like teach them to do the same thing. This might be something you don't want to do if you don't live by yourself. But it's a great tool to like get stuff out of your head. You know, especially if you're having like a conflict with somebody, it might be the kind of thing that you weren't able to resolve it, you know, so it's stuck in your head and you're frustrated by it. And so by like writing it down on paper, you can even write like possible solutions. So there's no like there's no right or wrong way to do this. I need a little stand in my kayak so I can paddle while I'm talking to you. I didn't think of that. So I'm going to spin around so that I can see what I'm hitting, because that's the way the wind is taking me. So I want to turn this around so you can see what I'm seeing. I don't know how to do that. There's no thingy. Let me see. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. I'm not good with the Facebook lives and I think one of the reasons is because they change it constantly. So this is just one of the tools that I use in decluttering the mind. And I go deeper into that in my course, Aligned and Worthy, which is a deep level self-care bootcamp. And so with this bootcamp, the main goal is really to learn how to reconnect with yourself, define your core values, and be able to reduce stress and anxiety and create a space where you can have success in your personal and professional life. And it goes deep level into these 10 different self-care practices, and I'll be adding another one soon. So if you want to learn more, once I get back inside, I'll put a link in the comments so you could check it out. So it's live now. Well, it's not live, but you can purchase it now. And this year I added a private coaching segment where, well, it's not really private, I should say group coaching, because on Facebook once a week I'll be going into each topic and answering questions and coaching on those topics. Hold on. And this is the first year that I'll be doing that. So it's going to be kind of like a hybrid course where you could do most of the work online. You can go at your own pace, and then you can tune in weekly and go deeper into these subjects. And I'm not raising the price this year, even though I'm adding the weekly coaching, and it'll be for probably about 10 or 11 weeks that we'll be doing the coaching. But I will be raising the price next year. Oh my God, it's on my arm again. Sorry. There's these big, I don't know what they are. They're obviously harmless, but I don't want them on my shoulder. These big black bugs. They're huge. I don't know what they are. All right, let me push myself away. Oh my God, they're all over me. Oh, oh my God. Okay, it's in the boat with me, and he's just sitting there, so we're going to coexist here for the last few minutes of this. Help me! I don't like bugs. Okay, you know what it is? I'm near the shore where all the bugs are. So, okay, hold on. I'm going to put you down. Putting you down so I can get away from the shore. Okay. There we go. That was funny. I hope that was enjoyable too. He's still in here with me. I'm just going to leave him alone though, because he's just sitting there chilling. Maybe he wants to chill in the kayak with me. Okay. So like I said, this is the first year I'm going to be doing the private coaching and the group coaching and the Q&A sessions. And I won't be raising the price until next year. And once you buy this course, you have access to it. You have lifetime access to it. Oh my God. He just flew away. He had enough of the kayak. Okay. You have lifetime access to it. So every time I launch it and I do another live coaching segment, you can join me. So this is so that you can really master these self-care practices. They go very in depth, and it's hard to get it in a short period of time of me working with you, 1 week on each subject. So you can keep coming back in and learning more. And as I add more things to the course, you will definitely have access to those. You don't have to pay anything. You always have access to all the additions and upgrades. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope that I entertained you. So try the mind dump, especially if you have trouble sleeping, especially if you have a lot of stuff going on. It's a really great tool. It works very well. And then join me next week. I'll be doing more stuff about how to sleep better. I'm going to the shore again, so I'm going to be attacked by bugs any minute now. So I'm going to go. Okay, I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.